Hey everybody, I am attempting to show you how to make no-knead bread, and you see all over the YouTube and the internet, it takes hours, and it doesn't. What I have is 2/3 of a cup of hot water. Now when we talk about hot water, it's got to be around 110 degrees. It's a little hot, so I'm going to take my cold pan and swirl it a little bit because it came out of the coffee machine at 168. That'll burn the yeast. So we're down to 141 already. There's this cool metal. It'll help it out. But I'm going to go ahead and add these packets of sugar while it's hot so that they'll melt. The sugar is going to feed the yeast. And no, over here. Sorry, I got one of those devices that tracks your faces. Okay, so we're down to 130 already, which is a good sign. Got to stir it. So, yeah, we just wanted about 110 degrees because, hey, I think that's optimal for yeast. Down to 124, a little bit more swirling, trying to get the sugar to melt and the water to get cool enough that the yeast flourishes. And so that's called proofing. You can proof it in the measuring cup, do whatever you want. But I just want to make sure that the sugar gets melted so it can feed the yeast. Okay, we're at 118. A couple more swirls here. This metal, it transfers heat pretty good, so okay, we're just about there. That's close enough. So, because we're doing it quick, I'm going to put in a tablespoon of yeast. And I'm going to make sure that's mixed up pretty well. All right, so right now, the yeast and the sugar are having lunch. I'm going to get 1 cup this little device is kind of cool, but it has a mind of its own. All right, so I have a cup of hot water. Toasty. And I'm going to go ahead and get the flour out because it'll just be a couple minutes. Sorry, this thing just does what it wants. It was 11 bucks. I mean, it was one of those specials on Bang Good. I don't do Wish because even though they come from the same place, I think Banggood has better random quality assurance. So, because I bought some stuff off of Wish that I wish I hadn't. So we're going to wait for this for just a couple minutes because as we're speaking, it's starting to bubble. And it's October, so we can say boil, bubble, toil and trouble, which references. So I'm going to take measuring cup. So it's, I wish I could show you this, but I don't want to mess up this little device here. It is foaming, which means that the yeast is active and it's proofing. So we're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 3.5 cups of flour. Now I got to tell you about another ingredient that's important. This is the 4th ingredient. It's called salt. I know this is, I'll make another video, but I use kosher salt because iodized salt, kills microbes, and yeast is microbes. Boy, this thing is just nuts. Yeah, get a face tracker, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Okay, so 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, because it doesn't have the iodine that kills the yeast. And some tap water has chlorine in it that is designed to kill microbes as well. So this is starting to foam. It's got proof. I'm going to add 1 cup of hot water. So far it's been just a few minutes. And so we're going to mix that. Maybe 3 minutes. And I will return.